So thank you so much for joining us, Vinutna and Zoya. We'll do most probably two onboarding sessions, the first one with the both of you. And we have three more people who are joining the group. We'll have a separate onboarding for them because they weren't able to make it today. At least they haven't made it today as of now. I'll explain a little bit about our goals and uh, we as a team, at least Vidhi and I as a team, have two different goals. One goal is to build an app, market that app, and hopefully have that app succeed. That app is going to be a dating app. Okay. Now that's one goal. But we are in a bit of a pause state on that goal. Like no active work will be done in this area right now. What we are doing instead is we are trying goal number two. Goal number two is that we are trying to get to a point where we can start a successful YouTube channel. All right. I haven't ever tried to start a channel before. Neither has Vidhi. So we will both learn as we go along. I've tried to start a channel before, never actually published any videos on YouTube outside of some personal videos. But I've never really taken the channel very seriously. But for this project, I am taking it seriously. So our goal is to create a channel that whose content revolves around dating and relationships. I would prefer content that is more edgy than more informative. Yes, it can be informative, and informative content is good, but let's have some interesting, edgy content that has the chance to go viral. uh, or maybe edgy is not the right word. I should say some out of the box thinking as far as what kind of content can be used. Uh, you all have joined us mainly to try to help us fulfill goal number two. But as we do goal number two, we can't forget about goal number one. Meaning, our goal to start this channel is to generate enough of a support for us so that when we start the dating app, we can approach all the people on our channel and say, please come join our dating app. That's our goal. We can tell financiers, like, look, or investors, potential investors, we can go to them and say, look, we've already generated so much buzz on our YouTube and Instagram channels, and we have, 1 million followers there and, 1 million two there. So it will be easy for us to market an app. So finance us as far as our app development is concerned. What we are also doing is we have lots of ideas as far as an app is concerned, like ideas in terms of certain functionalities or ideas in terms of some certain changes in normal user flow. And we would like to involve our potential users in this process by, in some cases, giving them like starting a poll. Maybe poll on, say, do you like this icon, or do you like this other icon, or do you like the color blue here, or do you like the color red here? Or we can say, we are thinking of adding this new functionality where you'll be allowed to set up a vision board for the kind of person you are trying to date. And we'll create this nice graphic image that demonstrates your vision board so that when other people come to your page, they can see exactly what kind of a person you are looking for. So, things like that. We are thinking of ideas. As you are working on this project, even though you are working in goal two, if you have any ideas as far as interesting things to do in a dating app or things that you think dating apps don't have, then please raise your voice. I would love to hear from you. I would love to understand what it is that you think is the requirement. Okay. All right. Uh, just by the way, I know we didn't discuss this earlier, but for this call, it's fine if the video is off. But for subsequent calls, let's try to keep the video on. It helps add a bit more to the team spirit. So right now it's fine with Utma and Joya, but for next time, please videos on, if you don't mind. Uh, uh, So that's a little bit as far as our goals are concerned. Any thoughts, any confusion, any questions as far as the two goals are concerned? Everybody good? Okay. So Vidhi is going to be your team lead. Her voice is a little bad today because her throat is a little sore, so she may not be able to speak as much as she normally does. Not that she speaks too much or anything like that. Uh, uh, we have come up with a 1 month plan, like a 4 week plan, as far as all of you are concerned. Vidhi will present that plan to you guys. She'll speak as long as she can. Uh, you'll get copies of the plan. Like Vidhi will share the location of the Google Doc with you guys, so you can refer to the plan anytime you want. And the plan is to try to do the best we can in those 4 weeks. Okay. We've given you a weekly schedule, and as such, you'll be all having a daily call, or at least you'll be having regular calls. So our hope is that rather than waiting for the deadline and doing all your work just before the deadline, do your work earlier on because your work is not necessarily going to be that easy. They're going to ask you to do different things, creative things. This first month for us is also a trial for Vidhi and myself. That how do we carve out the work that needs to be done amongst all of you? It gives us a chance to work with the four of you and see, what things you are better at than others, so that when we allocate the tasks and the work that needs to be done, it can be allocated in the most optimal manner. Okay, make sense? Okay, all right. Vidhi, did you want me to cover any other topic, or do you want to start with the tasks?
I'm fine. Do you want me to go over the onboarding? I mean, the regular policy sheet.
No, 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 no. I can talk about that. So, have you got the handbook also ready?
Yeah, the one which I gave it to you in the morning, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah, when you say policies, you're talking about the handbook, right?
handbook, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Vidhi has created a handbook for all of you, just in terms of like some policies and some things you should definitely read. So it's not a very long document. It's a short document. We try to keep it as short and sweet as possible. But please read through the document. If you have any problem with it, please reach out to Vidhi and say, I have a problem with this. You know, it lays down certain expectations that we have from you, and it also defines certain responsibilities in terms of what we are providing for you, sort of a situation. So just make sure you guys go through that document. Okay. All right. Hey, Shubham, how are you? Are you able to hear me, Shubham?
Hello, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's okay. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll just repeat a little bit of what I had said before. So, Shubham, we have two goals that we are trying to achieve as a team. Okay. One of the goals is that we are trying to develop a dating app, and the other goal is that we are trying to develop a YouTube channel. We want to develop the YouTube channel so that it becomes a part of the marketing strategy as and when we decide to launch the app. Okay. We also want to go out to the community and get community insights and get community recommendations as far as the recommendations for the app itself are concerned. We are looking for people who, once we show them the app of the prototype, can basically do some marketing research for us by going through the prototype. So we are looking for all those things. Because we are looking for all those things, our goal is to build a successful YouTube channel. We are not looking at monetizing the channel. We are more looking at gaining a viewership and followership in both YouTube and Instagram so that we can, as and when we decide to launch our product, we already have eyeballs that can, we have eyes and ears that can see and hear what we want to say at that point regarding our app. Does that make sense, Shubham?
Yeah, yeah, I get it. It's a good plan. We
Okay.
can definitely go forward.
Say that again.
Yeah, it's a good plan. We can definitely go forward with it. Yeah,
Great. Perfect. Good. So, Vidhi is going to be your team lead as others' team lead. And Vidhi's put together this document, which is like a to-do list for you guys for the next 1 month, 4 weeks more specifically. So the weeks start on Monday. So for the first task, you have, I'm sorry, the week can start tomorrow. So you have till next Friday in order to complete the task. Okay.
okay.
And presentation of the tasks will most probably be on Monday, so that for those interns that are preferring to work the weekend, they can spend the weekend doing it and then we present on Monday. Is that okay with you, Vidhi, that Mondays will be presentation Mondays?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. All right. And do you want to present the to-do list, Vidhi, or you want to
Yeah, sure.
talk further about it?
Is this visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the week one, what we have planned, this is like a 4 week plan. So in the week one, we have kept it for research and understanding. So we are not actually segregating it like day wise, we are keeping it weekly. So whatever you plan in your week has to go like this. These are the deliverables. So the first is, you go through all the channels which you potentially see as, relationship based, or they're trying to have some quirky ideas about going and talking to people about dating or anything like that. You have those channels identified, and you try to see what sort of content are they trying to generate and what sort of content gets the maximum reach, in terms of likes, in terms of comments, in terms of shares. And then you try to identify what sort of loopholes are there in those comments, and you try to sorry, not in the comments but the content, and you try to see what all can we bring to the plate according to these things. See, if you understand about Mumbai dating as well, you would know that there are places, there are age groups of people who hang out at a particular spot. So, what sort of content are they creating in those places should also be identified. Like a place like Marine Drive could have more casual content than a place like, maybe BKC, where more of professionals are involved. So maybe like that. So you try to have these researches in place, and the other one is like platform research. So you try to see, for example, if a girl is trying to have her face put in a video or a reel, so that gets more reach than just an audio, right? So that is like how the algorithm actually works. So maybe they've put some sort of tags or whatever, so you try to figure out those things as well. So these are the list of stuff you actually need to go and work on for week one. um, let's keep this aside. Let's keep the branding aside for now. Just try to see, what sort of topics can you pick up out of the research which you've done, and try to plan your week two. Like the week, you'll get the entire monthly plan. So you need to have your week two based on how and what sort of research you've done in week one. So that will be like your step two. So the last step of your week one should be basically how you're trying to, gather information and plan it for your week two. So week two will be mostly like you try to have like an entire campaign design, like this is how, or maybe like campaign is basically like, for example, if I have like this series in mind, I'll have it for like every Tuesday. What sort of content will go up, how will I present the content, how will I get reach out of that, what sort of age group am I targeting, all of that need to come down to like an entire story, like how you're going to plan, what sort of age group, the entire flow of whatever you're doing. And according to that, you also plan what sort of post or content will you be creating. So that's week 2. So week 3 is basically you try to get real content. So this is like an optional thing. Some of you are comfortable in going in front of the camera, some of you aren't. So this is like an optional thing, but you can have this thing of gathering content how much ever you can. So this was like a discussion me and Raja sir had, that if we go and go out with a video and have like a interview out there, people might not take you seriously and think that you're fooling around. So it's better if we take like a camera setup and then ask people questions. But either which ways, this is more like you trying to do a field research. What sort of what sort of content will you actually get out of communication, I mean communicating on the real field. Like for example, you're targeting this exact place, what sort of reaction do you get from these people here. You need not actually sit down and make content out of it, but you plan accordingly. So field research. So that's week 3. And week 4 is basically where whatever you have thought, whatever you have planned in week 2, week 3, all your research, you bring it into action. So week 4 will be actually launching your own campaign that includes you trying to get the entire content ready for the same, however you've planned in week 2. And you have like an entire timeline of how you're going to post it, what sort of reach are you targeting, and what sort of things will you do to get it promoted. Like maybe reach out to somebody, some creator who's like not out there as a creator, but they might actually get you more reach by sharing or resharing your post or whatever. So that's like week 4. So these are the 4 phases which we have planned for the month. So do you guys have any issues, any doubts regarding the same?
I just wanted to add a couple of things, if you don't mind,
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Vidhi.
sure.
Then we can turn it over to them for doubts.
Yeah.
So just to talk about it at a high level, once again, just to repeat what Vidhi said, our goal is to see how creative you guys are, how well you guys execute, how well you time manage, who's showing up for the meeting on time and who's not showing up for the meeting on time, how many meetings are you guys making, are you making progress all the time or are you only making progress on Fridays? We want to gauge all those things in order to understand and work with you guys in the best possible way. If any of you think that this, whatever we are asking for, is not achievable, then say that. And you don't need to say that separately. You can say that in an open meeting. That's not a problem at all. We encourage open discussion and open thought. Okay. But essentially, we want you to get your research juices going, and we want you to get your creative juices going, and we want you to come up with campaigns, and we want you to come up with content to fulfill that campaign. That content might be video content that you go out to record, or it might be content that you create using AI. We would encourage the use of AI as far as the work you are doing is concerned. You don't need to use Photoshop or any such graphical application when you can do the same using AI. If you run out of tokens in the free version of ChatGPT, use Claude. If you run out of Claude, use DeepSeek. There's multiple ways to get multiple AI systems to get the work done for you. However, the system may not give you just we would recommend that you don't just use AI, that you use your creativity to enhance the kind of results that you can get through AI, and then add your creativity to it to make it something personal. Uh, Take this month period also as kind of like a period where you get to show us what you can do, definitely we would encourage you to try to do your best during this period of time. you will notice that we are not mandating that you have to work 10 hours a week or 20 hours a week or anything like that very specifically. The only thing we'll mandate is that you try to make the calls on time. So you can choose to do this work at any rate you want, basically. Sorry, now I'll open it for questions. We can go one by one. Zoya, any questions from your side?
So, like the points that Vidhi covered, so we have to make a proper presentation on that, or we'll just have to research and inform you all about the points.
We leave, you have to give us a presentation. Okay, but that presentation could be you just presenting a Google sheet. You can say, here's a Google sheet, this is what I learned about this, next tab, this is what I learned about this, next tab, this is what I learned about this. If you wish, you can use AI to create an actual presentation, you know. So you can give us a Google sheet of data, but then in addition to the Google sheet of data, you can give us a presentation that has nice graphics and things like that. So we leave the presentation up to you guys. Okay.
Sir, I also wanted them to answer this question. What time will you guys be free for like a daily meeting? Uh,
Okay, let's go through this first, then we can ask that question.
sure, sure.
Okay, got it. Any other questions, Zoya? Not for now. No. Take a look
Oh,
at the sheet.
so what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
When will
No, you were
the
going to say?
first presentation be? Like you said, the Monday will be low.
Not this coming Monday, the Monday after that.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, but like for example, if you are doing some research, right? And as a part of that research, you go to 12 different Facebook groups. Okay. Make a note of those 12 on your Google Sheet. Put down the URL and put down your comments over there. Basically, imagine as if you are going to build a document that is going to be given to someone who's not going to check your work. They're just going to read your work. Okay. So that document should have enough information to know where you had gone, what you had understood from it, sort of a situation. So that if somebody else reads the document, they can get a synopsis right there. Am I making sense? Okay. All right. Vinutram, any questions from your side?
Hello, sir. I just wanted to ask, like, the task which was optional, like you have to just take a video, like interview people. So there, I have to like see what is their thinking about the dating app and how they think this is gonna. So this all questions will come upon those things.
You are both correct and slightly incorrect. Okay. You
Okay.
are correct in the sense that if you talk to people, one of the topics of conversation can be the app. But actually speaking, you can have many topics of conversation that have nothing to do with the app. Like, for example, you can go and ask people random questions in a rapid fire, asking them questions Vivi, can you share your Google Sheet if you don't mind?
Yeah, yeah, sure,
And please share that Google Sheet on the group also.
sure. Just
Okay. Go to tab 2.
interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, for example, what Vidhi did was she came up with different questions to ask people in a random roadside interview. And she came up with different types of questions, like different segments, and every segment had its own type of questions. Do you want to go over this segment just as an example, Vidhi?
Yeah, yeah. So this is basically like an idea of how a fortune cookie works. So not an Indian concept, but cookies, basically you have that and you get like a chit of advice inside it. So it's like that. Basically, what we are trying to do is we'll ask them questions, and for incentivizing it, like basically giving them some gift or whatever, we had this thing of you giving them like a bowl in which all the chits are present, and that chit will have some piece of advice. It may be anything. So it's like open to interpretations. Like for example, if I these are the questions, like what's your biggest dating fear? Can be one question, and the advice could be, you'll get like your next great love will happen when you stop looking for it. It's a very general advice. So if a person is excited, it's just like, okay, I got like an advice for today, something like that. It's like one of the segments.
And I just wanted to add to this that don't worry about the rows and the chits.
Yeah.
You can take a look at the questions here and ask some of these
Okay.
questions to people on the street.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
So you could
okay.
have like disaster Olympics, like maybe describe your worst dating experience, or maybe if you went on a date and you did not like the person because they had shown some a different
Hmm.
picture, catfished, all of that. Maybe you escaped like a terrible
So,
date. What example did you? I mean, what reason did you give? All of that.
what you notice, Vinutana, is that these questions have nothing to do with the app whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay. So these questions are general questions regarding dating and relationships. So when you are thinking of the YouTube channel, a lot of the type of content that we put up may not be related to the app to begin with. We want to gain some viewership before we start talking about the app.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, by the way, if you have a strong feeling that because we can start talking about the app earlier also, and we can give you talking points on the apps to talk about. But the problem right now is that if you ask me why would somebody use your app instead of somebody else's app, I don't have a good answer to that question. So until I have a good answer to that question, I don't want to build an app right now. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, this YouTube channel is more like market research for us. We are trying to figure out can we create a community? Can we do some outreach? Can we get some people to give us feedback? And then can we use the information and use that viewership in order to create an effective go-to-market strategy for an app if we were to develop it? Okay. All right. Any other questions, Vinutna?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Shubham, any questions
No,
from your side?
no, so I'm clear at the moment.
Okay. Uh, 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 you are free to go over the sheet that Vidhi shares with you, the sheet of ideas, and you can see the type of ideas that have already come on the table. And we are hoping for ideas from you guys that are even better than the ones that we've come up with, or that are different than the ones that we've come up with, because then your ideas will also be added to that sheet. By the way, there is no good idea and bad idea. Every idea right now is a good idea. Even if it seems like I don't know if this idea will work, but still pitch it, you know. There are no bad ideas during this phase. So you might see things in the sheet you agree with. You might see things in the sheet you disagree with. We'll go through a round of taking the best ideas from that sheet. But your campaign, your ideas, your Instagram posts or YouTube posts that you create for it, they will become a part of this document. Okay. All right. Um so we need a time for a call with everybody, as Vidhi had said. Hopefully, you guys are having a daily call. The call should last anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. It should not be longer than 30 minutes, if possible. So, what is a good time for everybody where we can have this call where people can come on, but also share their video if possible?
And just a suggestion, if it is in the first half of the day, you can plan your day according to the call. So whatever, if it doesn't suit your timing, then we can have it in the evening. But just let me know.
Okay, so please think about it and let us know in the group what times you prefer. So if we don't hear from everybody, then we'll uh, uh, propose a couple of times and see what happens. Okay. I think Vinutna just said evening in the chat
Actually, evening might be better for us to,
for you too. Okay, all right.
yeah.
So evening means what, like 7 p.m. or later than 7?
7 and later will do.
So later will also do, like 8 p.m. will also do.
But 7 p.m. works, right? If we because we are trying to do it earlier rather than later. So what's the earliest that works for you guys?
Either it should be very early in the morning, or it should be, at 7
No, no,
evening.
no, no, no. Okay, yeah, see, guys, 7 o'clock. Let's plan for 7. Does 7 work for everybody on this call?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Vinutna? Okay, perfect. So then we just need to get confirmation from Nandini and Avni. So, okay, all right. Shubham, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry if I repeat this, but maybe Shubham wasn't there when I said it. Please, Shubham, go through the document and ask any questions that you have. Feel free to ask questions in a public manner. There are no secrets over here. Or Vidhi is your team lead, so you can ask questions from her if there's any sort of an issue. We've also, I'm not sure you were here for the handbook, but she's also going to share a link to a handbook that you guys can look at for what our policies are and take a look at it. And if you disagree with something, tell us now. You know.
Yeah, I've shared the handbook, I've shared the ideas and the interview questions, and I've shared the 1 month goal. So it's all in the group. Just go about it and let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. Did anybody else want to share anything?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Please go through the document, and I'll talk to you guys soon.